Hi, Beau. I own an e-com business. We sell supplements and sportswear. We have been in business for 4 years and I have decent credit around 660. Our monthly gross sales are about $500,000. I need to fund for expansion. I know SBA could be an option, but I have a lot of moving parts and I want to move quickly. I'm looking for $1 million. What options would you recommend? Thanks, Paul.
All right, Paul. So no SBA timing. Your credit's decent. It's not great. You're making a ton of. Your business is generating great revenue. So I would probably say we would look at a working capital line, working capital loan, and usually those loans are geared where you're paying back either like weekly or bi-weekly. And it sounds like you have enough cash and your company's strong that you can get reasonable terms, right? It's definitely not going to be cheap, like the cost of capital of maybe, well, I wouldn't even call SBA cheap right now because rates are higher than a couple months ago. But there's different buckets, right? There's MCA, but there's also working capital type of loans where you're repaying weekly or bi-weekly or monthly depending on the product. But it sounds like you'd be a good candidate for that. Those type of deals, right? It's usually 3 months of business bank statements, picture ID, fill out a one-page application, and up to 400 or 500 grand, you can usually get funding in like 2 or 3 days. So for $1 million, they might want to see more financials, but usually what we do is we start with 3 months of business bank statements. One-page app. They might stip us stipulations for additional conditions, but we can move very quickly on these. Usually you close them in 3-4 days from start to finish, and it's really going to be based on your time in business and your revenue. So once we see that, then we can pretty much get you a pre-approval in like a couple hours, and that's how fast we can move. And ultimately your goal should be to refinance this debt if possible with an SBA loan at some point, or maybe you're making enough cash where you can just pay it down and be done with it, which would be great too. So I hope that helps, Paul. Feel free to book a call below. We could discuss working capital loans and lines of credit with you.
Hi, this is Beau Eckstein, host of the Investor Financing Podcast. I appreciate you checking out our channel. On this podcast, we talk about real estate, investing, financing, business lending, and acquiring and expanding your business. I'm sure you will find some videos here that will help you build your business empire. There's a lot to see. Take your time and make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks again.